Welcome to the 2022 Stark Tank Idea Pitch Competition. This is an epic journey to create the next great idea for Stark County. We have 9 middle school teams competing over 8 weeks to create one great idea to help our community. And you might be sitting there thinking, I have no idea. I don't know what to do. And that's okay. We have the next 8 weeks to figure this out. So my name is Patrick Gerber, and I'm going to be your MC guide through this entire competition. I work for a nonprofit called Tom Todd Ideas, and I'm the guy who put the pipe cleaners in your envelope. And I'm going to be guiding you guys through what to do, but your teachers and you are going to be the ones who are creating the ideas. This is a pretty cool competition because I don't know where we're going to end up. I don't know what kind of ideas we're going to be creating, and I don't know what you're going to end up with pitching to our judges on March 8th because you haven't told me yet. This competition is all about you and your ideas. So let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing. Over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to teach you, and your teacher is going to guide you through an idea creation process. Today, we're going to ponder what in the world we're even doing and what kind of ideas we can make. Next week, you all are interviewing our Stark Tank judges. You are going to be interviewing them about what they think the community needs, what kind of ideas they're looking for, what kind of things you should be doing in your idea pitches. Then you get to pick one problem or one need or one opportunity you see in your community and say, that's the thing that I want to do something about. I really care about that. I'm going to make an idea for that. And then your team's going to work on it. You're going to brainstorm lots and lots of ideas. And then you're going to pick your one best idea. How could you spend our $500 grand prize to prototype your idea, to actually build it, actually start it, actually do it in our community? And then on March 8th, you're going to bring that awesome idea, that awesome pitch presentation that you put together, and you're going to bring it to our judges, and you're going to present it to them. And they are going to listen to all of your pitches, give you some feedback, and they're going to help us select our first, second, and third place winners. So let me dive in and tell you more about what that's going to look like. If you have a question along the way, toss it in the chat, run up to the computer, put it in, throw up a hand. I can see y'all. It's all good. If I ever can't, my volume doesn't work, you can't hear me, just like wave your hands wildly like, you're dancing, I guess, and I will know. So let me tell you what we are doing next. All right, over the next 8 weeks, we have 55 middle schoolers from 9 different teams who are going to be creating one awesome idea to present to our 9 judges. Our judges are awesome people from across Stark County, leaders who lead huge organizations, businesses, and important things in our community who they care about you and your ideas. They signed up to be judges because they're on your team. They think you guys are pretty cool. They think middle schoolers have the next big idea for our community in your brains right now, and they want to hear them. So they're coming because they think you're awesome already, and they know you're going to create an amazing idea. And our first place team will get $500 to go out into the community and actually do the thing they've planned, actually give it a shot and report back to our Shark Tank judges. They are so excited to hear some great ideas that if you come back and say that 500 idea prototype went great, they're listening and they might be able to help us out, take your idea to the next level. So let me tell you quick about our team from Louisville, who was our first place winners last year. They joined this chat just like you guys did, and they went on the journey just like you guys are right now. Starting day one, they didn't have any idea. And then they worked together to explore and brainstorm and create an idea. And they created an awesome idea for an app that would connect kids to professionals in their community to help them learn about jobs and careers and things that they wanted to do idea. The judges love this idea, and they gave them that $500 to help prototype that idea. So this is the journey you're going on. But me talking about it isn't as good as you seeing it. So I want to give you a quick glimpse of what the Stark Tank journey looks like by watching what the students last year got to do. Check out this video. Welcome to the 2021 Stark Tank Idea Pitch Competition. Today is all about you and your ideas. 5 weeks ago, we gave our middle school teams the challenge to come up with the next amazing idea to help our community thrive. And over those 5 weeks, these 60 middle schoolers have been working hard, exploring, researching, and coming up with these creative ideas to share with us today. So the way the prizes work is this is all about growing your ideas. This is just the start of our process. This is the day we launch, but we have to keep these ideas launching.
We have a sensational idea that combines community bonding, making fresh foods more accessible for the community, and it'll help with a plethora of problems.
No worries, there's a newly developed website that's a win-win for everyone. Chloe, you can fill out applications for those community service hours you needed. And Ava, you can earn the money for those new shoes.
The main problem we're trying to solve is helping the homeless and trying to help them get a better life. The other problem we're trying to solve is abandoned housing in Stark County. This is a big problem in the Stark County area and we're trying to fix it.
We want to get healthy, low-maintenance fruits and vegetables to as many people as possible. Kids do better in school when they have the proper nutrients in their body. And we think Mission Healthy is the best way to do it.
We have interviewed students and staff around the school building, and 95% of them said they are all for the renovation.
Not only will our idea help the youth of our community grow physically, academically, and socially, but give them more opportunities to discover new activities they might enjoy. We generally hope you will consider our idea, and thank you for listening.
Everyone here made a great idea, and what we want to do, guys, is encourage you to take your idea to the next level, because ideas don't get launched instantly into their biggest, best form. We have to first launch some prototypes. So every team that presented today, you're getting at least $100 to work with your teacher to create a prototype. We have our results. It is time to announce the winners of the 2021 Stark Tank competition. So our third place team is North Canton Courtyard Renovation. Nice job. Neck and neck, you guys were tied with our second place team. I had to break it with the tiebreaker. Our second place team is STEAM Academy from Canton with their idea of a farm. And that leaves our very first place team this year is Louisville Middle School. Congratulations, middle school teams. We'll be following up with you, getting you your prize money, and bringing you your comments from the judges. Thank you for joining us for Stark Tank this year, and we cannot wait for you to launch your prototypes. Welcome to the 2021 Stark Tank Idea Pitch Competition. All right, y'all. That is what our teams got up to last year. The same journey that you're going on, they went on, and they created some amazing ideas. And I'm super excited to see the ideas that you're going to create. So let me do a quick check-in. After getting a little bit of info, we got 8 weeks. We had 10 teams. You got to see what the teams did last year. Give me your thumbs up. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling a little confused. I'm feeling terrified. You can be honest. It's okay to feel any kind of way today. Let me see. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. That makes me happy. All right. We're going to continue giving you some information, and then we're going to unleash those creative brains today. So let me introduce you to our Stark Tank judges. Our judges are community leaders from across Stark County. And like I said, they have chosen to be judges because they think you're awesome. They think middle schoolers are creative and empathetic, and you know your community super well. So these judges are presidents of companies. They are directors of huge organizations that help people with housing and mental health, with physical fitness. We have someone from the Hall of Fame Village that's putting in the new hotel and football stadium over there. We have people who help people start small businesses, and we have so many people here on our judge list that think you're awesome. And these are the people who can help us make our ideas real, who give us that good information, make some connections, and help us take our ideas to the next level. So you're going to get to meet them next week. And then 8 weeks from now, you are going to be presenting your ideas to them and pitching them to them. And they're going to be telling you what they think and helping you figure out how to take your idea from idea to actual plan. So our next thing I want to tell you about is what makes a great idea. What are these judges going to be looking for? 3 things. So as you're starting to dream, as you're starting to imagine, keep this in mind. The judges are looking for ideas that are needed and wanted for our community. So we got to back that up with evidence. We got to find some information, some stats, some stories that say, yeah, people in my community need this. People in Perry need this. People in Louisville need this. People in Stark County need and want this. We got to prove it to them. Number 2, you got to come up with an idea that's new and better than what we already have. Something that Stark County does not have yet. Something that's never been tried to solve a problem. We got to come up with that original idea to tell our judges. And last, we need an idea that's able to become real. So we love big dreams and we love big thinking. But for this competition, you guys are going to be thinking of how could I spend $500 to prototype my idea? So what could you use that $500 for? How would you spend the money and what would you do with it by the end of the school year to make it real? They're going to be looking at all 3 of those things, plus how well you share your idea, how confident you are, how clear you are, how well you planned out what you wanted to say and do for your idea. So to get us ready, this is an idea pitch competition, and we need to do an idea pitch today, right now, to get us going. So open up your Stark Tank packets for me. Reach in there, and you should see, strangely enough, a couple sheets of aluminum foil. Pull that out for me, and we are about to jump into our first pitch competition right now. So your creative warm-up for the day is you are going to create a prototype in the next 5 minutes and a pitch, a super silly, weird, imaginative pitch, because this is just for fun. And you're going to try to convince me that you have created the best idea in the next 5 minutes. And here's what you're creating. As a team, you have 5 minutes to prototype a tinfoil accessory for middle schoolers to help them learn in the future. It can be something totally made up, some technology that doesn't exist. It's okay. In your pitch, you have to tell me why it's fashionable and cool and why it'll be useful. So here's what we're going to do. Pick a model from your team who will be displaying this awesome tinfoil prototype. And you have 5 minutes to create this thing on their head. It could be a hat. It could be glasses. It could be jewelry. I don't know what it's going to be because you haven't made it yet. And in 5 minutes, you are going to try to convince me that you have made the most creative, interesting prototype today. And this is exactly what we're going to be doing with your ideas in a bigger way at the end of our competition. So everyone have their tinfoil. Give me a thumbs up. Shout it out if you do. Perfect. 5 minutes on the clock, and then you're going to present. On your marks, get set, build something awesome. All right, our 5 minutes is up. Give me a thumbs up if anyone would like 1 to 2 more minutes to complete their project. Anybody need more time? Thumbs up if you do. All right, I'm giving you 2 minutes. In that 2 minutes, you not only have to create your prototype, but have one person from your team ready to pitch, ready to share what this idea is that you've created, why it matters, why it's important, and what it will do. All right, 2 minutes back on the clock, and then you get to share your amazing tinfoil prototypes. All right, we are ready to pitch. So this is an idea pitch competition, and you have to be able to share your ideas with confidence. So even though I gave you only 7 minutes and only a few sheets of tinfoil, I am excited to hear you persuade me about these amazing tinfoil creations you made. I'm just going to shout someone out to go first. When you go, you have 30 seconds to tell me what you made, why it's so cool, and get nice and close to the camera so I can see it. So whoever your model and pitch person is. Let's jump in with Miss Candle's team because you guys look ready. All right, can you guys unmute and tell us what you created?
People are gonna like it because it's shiny and it finds aliens so you can contact them so you can figure out things that are gonna happen in the future.
That is incredible. I love it. I can't believe you made 2 of them in a couple minutes. Do you have anything else to add?
They're called alien searchers.
Alien searchers, so we can connect to the aliens in the future and have a fashionable headband at the same time. Nice job, y'all. I love it. All right. Let's see. Let's jump in with Miss Lasky's class. I'm gonna have your model come towards the camera, y'all, and tell me about this amazing tinfoil creation. Go ahead.
All right, so the ears, like the horns that help your hearing, and then around the head, the headband. When you touch it, you can read people's mind.
Yes, I need that. That's amazing.
And
Anything else to add? Go ahead.
you can buy it for like $20.
$20. I can read people's minds.
Yep.
It looks cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you very much. Good job, Perry.
Yep.
Let's jump in with Mr. Dudek's team. Step on up. Tell us about your creation.
So these are the smart headphones XS7 3.0, and what they do is it's like Alex before you do your topic. They put in the answer for you, and it's coming from this antenna here.
Flower.
Also, they fire your neurons faster, so you're smarter, and it sells for $19.99. No tax.
I love it. It makes me smarter. It helps me with my homework and my tests and my quizzes, and it looks super cool. Oh my gosh, you guys are so creative. You are so good at this. Let's go to Louisville. I would love to hear your idea.
So we have a scanner motion sensor eye patch, aka the SMS eye patch. It'll help you scan and read problems. You can see there's a little earpiece just in case you need it to be talked out to you. It also helps teachers reach more students. So like if they aren't able to be there in class, it can help them learn even if they aren't able to be there. Some students that are visual learners, this will help a lot because it will teach you and show you the steps right here in your eye. And I mean, well, people will like it because who doesn't want to look like a pirate?
Oh, I love it. Great pitch. I love the tagline. I want to look like a pirate. I think that's an amazing thing. I feel like that's going to happen in the future. I love that. And last but not least, Alliance. Step on up and tell us about your amazing creation.
Okay.
Hello. Today I am modeling the Reflecto mask.
What's it for?
This is okay. In these trying times of COVID, we have created a new mask. It is inexpensive, about $5 ish, but tis able to reflect your surroundings and work as a mirror for your friends.
I love it. I can check out my hair while my friend wears a mask. You made a whole mask in just a few minutes. That's super good job. All right. I am blown away. You guys are all so creative. Thank you for sharing your prototypes. What you just did, taking a piece of tinfoil, turning it into an idea, turning it into a physical prototype, and then pitching it, telling us about it, that is what we are about to do. But instead of 7 minutes, we get 8 weeks to create a real prototype. How would you spend $500? How will you convince the judges that your idea is needed and wanted, new and better, and able to become real? So you guys are already so creative. You're already super persuasive. I am very, very impressed. Next, I want to get you guys ready to go on this journey with me. So if everyone could, grab your Stark Tank packets that look like this. We call them the Essential Idea Planning Guide. And grab something to write with. I am going to get you guys all set up to begin your exploration next week. Bear with me for a second here, guys. Let me get to the right slide. There we go. All right. Inside your packets, you can put your name on these. These are going to be for you. This packet will be our guide through our journey. And eventually, you will have your individual packet, but then you will create a team packet that we will use our Google Slides for. And your teacher will make a copy for those and share them with you. But we know that you guys are community experts. And so the first thing we want to do today is we want to have you guys take a minute and think about what you think the community needs. You're an expert on your school. You're an expert on your neighborhood. You're an expert on your street and what middle schoolers need, what your siblings need, what your parents need, what your family needs, what your grandma needs. You are an expert. So I want to know that expertise. So I'm going to give you just a couple minutes to start what we call your bug book. A great place to go looking for ideas is in the things that bug you. So take about 2 minutes and just jot down on this page that looks like on my screen here, what bugs you, what bugs others, and who or what needs help in our community that you think about. You can interview your classmates, you can chat about it, or you can just take 2 quick minutes and write it down. I want to know what bugs you in our community, what needs to be made better. About 1 more minute, just coming up with our first ideas. About 1 more minute. What bugs you? What problem would you love to create an idea to make our community better? What challenge do you see? Who's having a tough time? What can we do for them? Maybe what area of your community needs a little love? What can we do to make our community better? All right, y'all, pause your pencils, pause your amazing brains. I know you have ideas. I'm excited to hear them. But first, I want to tell you what we are up to today. What's the goal? So right now we are pondering. And pondering means to think really hard about something, to kind of just let your mind wander and imagine. And the question we are thinking about is, what does our community need? And sometimes we think about what we need, but this is about our whole community, from little kids to older folks like our grandmas and grandpas, to college kids, to that cat in the alley that does weird things by your house. What does our community need? And so I would love if you guys could have one person from your team come up, throw in the chat a couple things that you guys think bug you. What is a problem y'all are seeing in your community? Throw it in the chat for me. While they're doing that, I'm going to tell you guys about what happens next. Today, we ponder. Next week, you explore by interviewing our judges. And here's the thing about these interviews, friends. I don't get to ask any of the questions. Your teachers do not get to ask any of the questions. Only our Genius Middle School teams get to ask the questions. So you are going to be interviewing our judges. And at the end of today, we're going to write some questions and make sure you feel really confident and ready to ask great questions and learn from our judges. The week after that, you are going to define one problem or one opportunity or one need that you see in your community for your team to focus on. And then the fun week, you get to pull out sticky notes, make a sticky note mask all over your face, and then write as many ideas down as you can on those sticky notes. And finally, your team focuses on one great idea, your best idea, to impress our judges, to help our community. And then we share it with our judges and we see what they think. We share our plan to spend our $500 prototype idea. I see a lot of ideas coming in. Litter, absolutely. People ruining school property. Yeah, just being silly, hurting our school. That costs us money. We don't like that. Speeding, 100% in my neighborhood. Pollution, absolutely. Narrow roads, drunk driving, profanity. Guys, these are serious and important things that you are noticing. I love it. Potholes, love it. Hygiene issues, so good. Give you about 1 more minute. I want to know what you guys are seeing in your community. Poverty, yes, our family and friends who don't have enough money, how can we help them out? I would love for that to be our focus. That's such a good focus for our project. Driving while texting, absolutely, definitely a problem. People who are littering, making our community not very beautiful and clean. These are great ideas, y'all. You know your community. You already had these ideas. If you feel super passionate about something, then you know that that's a problem. You can ask other people what they think too. And next week, we are going to have the opportunity to interview our judges and ask them what they think our community needs. So before we ask our questions for our judges, I want to show you a couple things that the judges wanted you to know as you go into your competition. So these are all real stats and facts about our community that have been gathered by some really cool organizations that we think you should know. These are real problems that are happening that we think you can do something about. Number one, sometimes people in our community are not as healthy as they should be. In Stark County, 26% of adults are physically inactive, meaning they're not exercising at all during the week. They are not doing anything healthy for their bodies. And that is probably not a very healthy way to be. How can we help those 26% of adults who are not being healthy? 20% of adults in Stark County are still smoking, and we know that smoking is not great for our bodies. It is not good for us. It is going to cause all kinds of health problems, make your teeth yellow. It is not a cool thing. How could we do something for them? And then excessive drinking, people using alcohol inappropriately and not doing it in a very responsible or safe way. 18% of our community has a problem with drinking too much, and that is very dangerous. So you guys are kind of shouting that out in the chat. Smoking, these kind of things are a huge problem. So you could take the question and ponder it. How can we make our community more healthy? Or another thing the judges wanted you to know is that education is so important. And here in Stark County, we have great schools and we have amazing students, but sometimes we still have problems. COVID and online learning has been really tough. But also, we have noticed that there is a lot of kids who are absent a lot. They're not at school. And if you're not at school, you're not learning, you're not dreaming, you're not figuring out what career you want to do and what you want to do with your life. So on this slide, you can see that there is a lot of schools who have over 10% of kids who are absent all the time. They're absent a lot. What could we do to get our friends into school? What can we do to make school better? You all are experts on that. You could take on that question. How can we make school better, help people get to school and learn better in our community? And finally, the judges wanted you to know that in Stark County, we have an amazing community, but we also have a lot of families struggling. 1 in 4 kids in our community is living in poverty, meaning they do not have enough money Their family doesn't have enough money for the basic things they need, like food and shelter and medicine and education. So we need to help. How can we help these families and these kids who do not have enough money? What could we do for them? How is it affecting your town? How is it affecting our community? And what kind of amazing ideas could we spend our $500 on to make a huge impact in somebody's life? So we got healthy problems. We got maybe school problems we're thinking about. We have how to help our friends and families in our community don't have enough money. Those are all great questions. But it's a big community, and there could be more things we're talking about. So with our last couple of minutes here, friends, I want to get you thinking about what you are going to ask the judges next week. On your packets, can you flip to the page that looks like my screen here? This is what we call the quest for the best question. Next week, you are going to be interviewing each of our judges for a few minutes apiece. You're going to have about 5 to 6 minutes to interview our judges, which means that you need to get about 5 to 6 questions ready to go, or at least 4 questions. And here's our goals, friends. We are interviewing the judges to learn 2 things. Number 1, what do these judges who do all kinds of cool stuff in our community, what do they think our community needs? So what could you ask them to get them to tell you about problems, opportunities, needs that they see? You also want to write a get to know you question. You want to get to know these judges, who they are, what they do, what their job is, why do they love Stark County. We want to get to know them a little bit. And then we want to ask them what they're looking for in the pitches. These are the people who are going to be awarding our prize money, awarding our prototype money. So ask them, what do you want to see? What makes a good pitch? What makes a great idea? What sort of things are you hoping to hear? So I'm going to give you just a few minutes. Could you guys each try to write 4 questions? A get to know you question. A, what do you think our community needs question. A, how do you think, or what are you hoping to hear in our pitch question? And finally, a wild card question, some deep, interesting, open-ended question that gets them to talk and tell you what they think about Stark County.